Hi, this is a short video about a reading strategy that you may find will help you absorb a greater amount of information when keeping up with your reading requirements here at Harper. It works to combine both the evaluation stage of reading and the location of information itself. You work by setting yourself study goals and then using the suggested techniques to help fix the information in your mind. It's a learning strategy introduced in 1946 that has stood the test of time better than almost any other and is still relevant today. SQ3R stands for Survey, Question, and the 3 R's, Read, Recite, and Review. These are the 5 sequential techniques that you can use to help you when reading a book or an article. The first stage is about getting a better idea of what the text is about, reading it and evaluating its potential. It prepares your brain's processing system for what is about to come and therefore stores the information that you will read more efficiently. You may have already read the description on the library catalogue page or looked at the keywords, but this is a step further. With an article, read the abstract and/or the introduction and the conclusion, asking yourself, is it what I'm looking for? Might it be useful? If it's a book, try looking at the index, the contents page, the chapter titles and the introduction, considering the same points. Can you actually make use of it? You should then look at the headings and subheadings, figures, tables, photographs, etc. If you know the scrolling method of academic reading, you'll see how this is familiar. When you're good at this, although it sounds complicated, this stage should only take about 3 to 5 minutes. The Q stage can either be seen as an evaluation stage, where you use the 5 W's about what you're reading, who, what, when, where and why, or you use the ACORN or CRAP strategies, also available as video guides from the library, or you go the more complex and more effective option, which is to turn all the headings and subheadings inside the material into questions. This is exactly the same as the technique in scrolling. There are examples and modelled pieces of work on the scrolling section of the video available from this Moodle page. This is done so that you have a clear purpose for the reading stage and so that you know what type of information you should be paying the closest attention to. Just like the previous step of surveying, questioning forces you to tackle your uncertainties head first. Without a doubt, generating your own study questions is more difficult than simply following instructor-generated questions. But the reward is that these types of questions also guide the reading process much more efficiently. This third stage is reading it properly. Reading it in 2 ways. First, read the section quickly, making sure you get a good general sense of what is being said and what's relevant and what isn't. Secondly, read the section again, but this time make notes as you go of the most important points. This is the most important bit of the strategy and where all your preparation in the previous stages comes into play. If you've generated your own questions from the headings in stage 2 as suggested, here is where you read to find the answers and make notes accordingly. This stage of the process requires great concentration and forces you to read actively, not passively. It's harder, but so much more effective. The 4th step of the SQ3R study method is recitation. It involves putting all the information you've processed up to this point in your own words. Once you've finished reading the relevant section, go over it in your mind several times. Can you summarize the key points without referring back to the book, the article, or to your notes? An even better approach is to recite the information out loud. You could perhaps even record a voice note to come back to in the future for revision. By reciting the information, you slow down the information input speed and give your brain more time for processing. Doing so will help you transfer the information from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. So even if you're on your own and talking out loud to yourself or the dog, it's going to work better. And so what if your roommates think you're losing it? This final step should also be familiar to fans of scrolling. It's where you go back through the text again, making notes of anything you missed in your original reading or neglected to recite in stage 4. If necessary, expand your existing notes and make them more detailed. As the human brain forgets information very quickly, the reviewing process is most effective if it starts early. By conducting an immediate review, you'll interfere with the forgetting mechanism, and this will help you achieve the best possible retention. Ask yourself some reflective questions at this stage too. Has it told you everything you needed to know? If not, what else do you need to explore? Has it pointed you towards any other articles or books, through the citation trails, for example? What steps do you need to take next? To get maximum benefit from the SQ3R reading technique, practice it with a friend. 2 people will see different things in a text, and discussing what you've read with a friend will be invaluable in the review part of the process. There's no better way of testing if you've understood something than having to explain it to someone else. For more information on academic reading or other information literacy skills, contact the library, either by email at libhelp@harper-adams.ac.uk, by using the live chat function on our web pages, or by dropping by the welcome desk for a chat. Also know that you can book sessions with a member of the team or sign up to one of our skills sessions if you want more detailed help. That's it for now. See you soon.